that, we've got a long way to go in the world of weather today, from blizzard conditions to severe weather. That's something that's popping up today. It's different. We haven't had severe weather in a while. We got to dust off the old severe weather forecasting for a second here. But right now, we're going to focus on the northern tier, where we have blizzard warnings in effect across portions of the plains and the Midwest, including right here. That was over in Grand Forks, North Dakota. We can anticipate a widespread about 5 to 8 inches of snow in most spots. But we do have lake effect snow that's pushing the totals to feet for the Yup of Michigan, on the western shores of Michigan, and even later down the line for the Northeast, which we'll touch on in a second. But here's what we're expecting through Monday. We have an area of low pressure that's pushing south out of Canada, but because this one is a little bit further to the north, hugging the Canadian-U.S. border, it's keeping that cold air bottled north, and so that's why the I-95 corridor, we're getting purely rain with this. But behind this low, we have an intense wind that's going to come in from 40 to as much as probably 50, 60 miles per hour. And when you have active snow behind a low, and then you also have the gusty winds, you then get blizzard warnings. And so we've got our Fox Weather Alert system just lit up in orange, so highlighting the blizzard warnings, winter storm warnings for northern Wisconsin, winter storm watches when you look at the western half of the Michigan shore, and winter storm warning. I mean, we've got it all going on here, Ari. So
it's going to be a monster storm.
It is.
You know, the low right now is actually like sitting over the central plains. I'm kind of fascinated how far it's going to move throughout the day today. Like the conditions today are going to go down really fast. I think that's one of the main kind of hallmarks of the way that this is going to pan out. Pressure gradient's already starting to tighten up. I'm looking at some of the wind gusts right now. Let me see what we've got out here. Hang tight. Yeah, we're already gusting in like Nebraska, parts of Kansas, South Dakota, 40+ miles per hour.
Yeah.
And that's like noticeably different than it was even just a couple hours ago when I got into work.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's strengthening quick.
Yeah, I mean, we're watching this low deepen, and you can even see where we've got this convergence zone going on, where you've had this moisture return, where it'll be purely rain to start, and then on the backhand side, you've got that cold air, and that's really when the winds start to take over. So it's really interesting to look at least just based on what we're estimating here, that Sioux Falls is gusting up to 25, and then Des Moines is calm.
Yeah.
You're riding that line, and they really don't have that big of a difference between the two areas, just a rough estimate of about 300 miles. And so it's the progression of this storm that's going to be a big travel issue as well for folks if you live in Chicago, traveling to and from Chicago, Cleveland, and even eventually for the I-95 corridor.
Yeah, this storm, I mean, it's going to go all the way across the Great Lakes, and we're going to cover kind of each part of it throughout the show today. One of the main stories, the other one, of course, the ice in the Northeast, which we'll get to in just a sec. But Minnesota, specifically, like Minneapolis, St. Paul, they're actually just outside of the blizzard warning.
They are.
Just west of town, right? So it's like Rochester, Mankato. But you know, it's like they're going to be close to blizzard conditions. Like, it's all pretty close.
Right. I mean, they are literally right on that county line where off to the west of them, they've got those blizzard warnings, and to the east, it's just a winter storm warning. So, you know, in that case, you're likely going to get blizzard-like conditions. Maybe it reaches full blizzard criteria. There's a couple different pieces in order to get that, or you have brief spurts of whiteout. So travel is going to be near impossible at times. The way that we kind of expect this thing to move, this is through Monday. We're looking at 60 to 70 mile an hour winds near Albert Lee, Madison, Green Bay, 50 to 60 miles per hour, Chicago, 50 to 60. So this is one of the bigger windstorms that we've seen this December so far.
I feel like we've had a lot of synoptic windstorms so far this season, though,
This
right?
season, for sure.
November was pretty active, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It was, yeah. And we did have a quick burst for the I-95 of an intense windstorm, definitely. But, you know, especially for the upper Midwest, getting things into the Yup, this is close to hurricane force. Now, you also have to consider the fact that, you know, we have an icing threat and rain to start, and that's a problem for pre-treating roads. And so that only adds to the layer of danger when it comes to travel.
Yeah, and speaking of